Hello and welcome back to another Chris G review video. Today we're going to take a look at the Canson Design Watercolor Paper Sketchbook. Yeah. So this sketchbook is by the Canson brand. If you don't know who Canson is a very, I guess they're pretty famous watercolor paper, or just a paper company in general. They make a lot of different types of paper. The Canson brand is also linked to the Arches, right? So if you've ever used Arches watercolor paper, Arches is I want to say a branch of the Canson brand. This is and they're French, by the way. Canson is from France. They've been making paper a long time in France. Quality paper as well. This is not a high quality watercolor paper set. This is a student grade watercolor paper. It is a 300 gram watercolor paper, size A6, so this is the smallest size that they make of this paper. There's 12 sheets inside, and here's the dimensions: 10.5 centimeters by 14.8 centimeters, acid-free watercolor paper, and it is all synthetic. There's no cotton in this paper, put it like that. I don't know if this is only made in Thailand. I don't know. I found this here in Thailand, and as you can see, there is Thai on the back of the box. This is Thai language. So I don't know if this is only available in Thailand or not. This is smooth paper, and as you can see right here, it says it's made for drawing, sketching, and design. Has a little watercolor painting right there. It doesn't say that it's specifically made for watercolor, but the weight of the paper, you could probably use it for watercolor. I didn't use it for watercolor. I used it for ink and marker work. So you can see that inside of these. Inside of the sketchbook. This is not a laced sketchbook. There's no fibers connecting these pages. It's only glue. So the one thing about this notebook to keep in mind is that the pages will fall out. After after using this, the pages will start to fall out because it's only glue holding them together. The book is made to remove the pages anyway, so when you finish, you can easily remove them. But if you want to keep the book together, it's not gonna work because the glue's gonna loosen and the pages will start to fall out, which is what's happening with this one. As you can see, all of the pages fall out of this book. So what I used on this paper mostly was ink. And this is the Pilot Pocket brush pen, and I also use the other Pilot brush pens like the Pigment brush pen and also this brush pen, along with the Pilot Pocket brush, were the main tools that I use, along with Copic marker. So all of these sketches will be with ink and marker. There's no watercolor sketches in these notebooks. But the way that the paper takes ink very well, let me put it like that. And since it's a smooth paper, it's not a lot of grain, so you don't get any weird textures in your drawings or your ink. The ink goes on flat and smoothly, and also the colors of markers lay down flat and smoothly. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're, if you want to buy this paper. Because I didn't use watercolor on it, I don't know how well it will accept watercolor, or if it will, I'm sure it will warp because of the watercolor. But as far as with the marker and the ink, works out really well. That's why I bought two of them, because I went through one of them and I finished it and I really liked it. So I went out and bought another one. The ink does not run, so if you're using the Pilot brush pen, you still can get very sharp edges on your washes with the ink. Even right here, you can see the space in between the two layers. But it's because when you put the ink down on the paper, it does not spread out. It doesn't bloom or run. And because of that, you can make sure that your lines are very tight and neat on this paper when you're using ink. And even when you're using something like a brush pen, which, you know, can put down a lot of ink and gives a lot of line variation, it still works out well. The colors come out vibrant. All of the marker work that I did, and this was 2016. Yeah, last year, almost a year ago. These were almost a year ago, and yeah, almost a year ago. But as you can see, it's still vibrant. The colors are still very vibrant and fresh. You know, it's not much else about this notebook, to be honest, because since it's a synthetic paper, it's not going to be like, you know, it's not going to give information like, oh, it's cold pressed or it's hot pressed or it's this many fibers, or it's not going to give all of that. It's just a synthetic paper, and it's 300 gram, which makes it pretty heavy. So you can hear that these are thick pages to work with. The ink does not bleed through the pages, and when I do marker work, I use layering. So there's multiple layers on each of these sketches, and the ink does not go through the paper. And if you didn't see it, I did a flip through of this sketchbook, and I'll link that right there. I did a flip through of these sketchbooks and one other sketchbook. You can take a look at it. I don't really have anything else to say about this paper, just because it is what it is. It's a synthetic paper. It works out well with ink. Probably one of my favorite small sketchbooks to use with ink and marker, because the ink goes on very well, and you can also get smooth washes with ink on the paper as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap up this review because not much else to be said about it. I like the book. Canson is a brand that's been around for a long time, right out of France, and they make quality paper, and this is no exception. Even though it's a synthetic paper, it's still very fun to use, and I bought 2 of these notebooks just because I liked it so much. If you like the video, if you like this review, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about the Canson Design A6 sketchbook, please let me know. I think they make this sketchbook in some different sizes. I think A5 and A4 might be the largest size. And let me know if this sketchbook is available in your area, where you're from. If you've ever seen this sketchbook before, please let me know down in the comments, because I don't know if this is something that is special to where I am right now, or if it's something that's worldwide. So down in the comments below, just let me know if you've ever seen this brand of sketchbook or this type from Canson, and I'd be glad to hear from you. With that, I'm gonna end it, stop talking. Thank you for watching. Peace.